Shalom, all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect by Hashem Rachak Wadash. My name is Chicago from Plaintables Camp. This is, if you N-words don't like America, leave. Or say, if you N-words believe America is Babylon, then leave. All right. I was just thinking about that title when the apostle went into this video like 2 days ago. Flame of fire thrown down of Babylon the Great. So the apostle Tahar's channel, GMS, declaring the end of the world. And it says, is America the new Babylon? All right. One thing you hear of, you don't like America, leave. Well, that's not scriptural. All right. And remember, these people are just, they're not concerned about the truth. They're concerned about, getting their way and, being patriots or not wanting to be afraid because their kingdom is about to fall and their livelihood is about to be taken away from them. Remember, these people have a different spirit than we have. We have more of a pilgrim. We have a pilgrim spirit, a new, we want the kingdom to come. We're more apocalyptic, which means revealing the future events of the kingdom. All right. They just want to stay here and just continue as they were, and they'll get more money and get more pleasures. That's what they're concerned about. So when you say America's Babylon, well, they know about the evil and destruction that's going to come to Babylon. Or at least they know the surface level stuff anyway. And they're afraid and they're offended when you make America Babylon, where the scriptures clearly point to America being Babylon. Now you can watch his videos. Think, it's only 2 minutes. With a Q, media, is America the new Babylon? So listen to about a minute or two what the apostle has to say. Then I'm gonna go into my points.
What is she doing there? She's sitting there like she got that look, like she know. First of all, you're wearing pants. Why are you here? That's the first thing I would have said. Why are you here? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so it says, why is America not mentioned in Bible prophecy? It is. In code, as United States Mystery Babylon, it is. The book of Revelations. What is a 304? That's turn around backwards is whole. They call them 304s now. That's code. Prophecy brief is America Mystery Babylon. Yes, it is. The dangerous women of Babylon, the New World religion. Is America Babylon? Is America the Babylon in the Bible?
Somebody said this first count, we are all talking about which country is Babylon without realizing the whole Western world is Babylon, we are so interconnected nowadays. No. Because you're interconnected don't mean everybody's the same thing. We're connected by globalism. The money and trade is worldwide. Don't mean we're all one country. All right. We all use the same money system. The American dollar is a reserve currency. It doesn't mean we're the same country. All right. Now you go to Revelation, the 18th chapter, and they give you a description of Babylon. All right. You go to the top, tells you that it's going to be destroyed. All right. So we're going to start off at the 9th verse. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived literally with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, For in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. The merchandise of gold, silver, precious stones, pearls, fine linen, purple, silk, scarlet, and all thine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of precious wood, and brass, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointment, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beast, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. All right, because America does partake in, they call it sex trafficking. There's various definitions for that, but the America partakes in a lot of the trafficking of people. All right, and they import the most products. So I'll put in what country imports the most products, and the Google search and their AI said the United States is the world's largest importer of goods with 3.37 trillion imports in 2022. The top 10 largest importers in the world were, so they're right behind China, or they're right in front of China by almost a trillion dollars US. All right. The U.S. imports more than it exports, making it a net importer. In 2022, the U.S. imported $475 billion from Mexico, which is more than China's $427 billion in imports. I believe the same for Mexico. Crude, petroleum,
medicaments,
substance used for medical treatment. So we're like rudiments to make drugs. Motor cars, gold, electric ICs, so integrated circuits, as processors and controllers, mobile phones, etc. The United States, followed by China and Germany. So if America were to go down, they would suffer because they're taken out of the world's economy. And that's what the scriptures are saying in Revelation, the 18th chapter. It says, the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. All right. And when America goes down, all the other countries are going to go down with them. It's just Babylon America is going to be incinerated, totally burnt with fire. That's going to be the difference. But the other nations, they're not going to be able to sell their goods anymore either, because the world economy is going to be interrupted. It's going to come to a halt. Right? With Babylon America being destroyed. All right. So you can read this and you'll see, if the Holy Spirit's working with you, that the center of the world is America. And you got this phrase said, a multipolar world, because the center of the world is America, meaning that the world moves because of America. They stole, and they have contracts with these nations. It's not righteous, but they made it so they're the center. They're the most important player. So the multipolar world means that we want to have other superpowers outside of America, so they can center around other countries. So you can have reserve currencies in other currencies besides the U.S. dollar, because America's making the world go round, so to speak. All right, because they have the contracts. All right, they cornered the market. All right, so you read Revelation 18 and you'll see. Well, it's definitely America. All right, she fits the description. All right, Babylon. Now, when you go to Revelation, the 13th chapter, it tells you about the beast. It's two beasts. They're really the same beast. It's just a different time period. The deadly wound being healed is America, the rebirth or reincarnation, whatever phrase you want to use, of the Roman Empire coming back into power. All right. Here's some evidence of that. Well, let me break down the scripture first. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. So the old beast was the Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire. All right. And the wound being healed is the laws, the customs of the old, they say, Greco-Roman Empire being restarted in another country. All right. And we believe that is America, Babylon, because America, Babylon frames their ideology after their laws after the old world, their customs also, whether it's bestiality, monogamy, which is not really monogamy, because people think monogamy means you only have one sex partner for life. That's not what monogamy means. Monogamy, when it comes to marriage, okay, it means that you can only marry one person. It doesn't mean you don't have multiple sex partners in actual practice. All right, because in the Greco-Roman Empire, especially in the Greek Empire, you can only be I forget it was Greece or Rome, but they're really the same thing, the same people with similar ideas. You could only have one wife, but you practiced pederasty, which you had a young boy who you would use for sex on the side. All right, that's a fact. So, and they promote, they're normalizing certain acts and behaviors within the transmission community and the different movements. Mambala, I don't know if you know about Mambala. I think it's called man boy love or something, or roughly, if I can recall that correctly. They're okay with that. All right. It's a framework because the other Eastern countries, in the old world, they didn't practice this one wife thing. But America practiced it because they adopt their customs from the Greco-Roman Empire. All right. All the countries around Greece and Rome didn't practice monogamy. All right. Let's go to the laws. Monogamy is big. The pederasty, the homosexuality, and no surprise that you're free to express your sexuality in America more than anywhere else in the world. Right? These things are not a mistake. All right, so we went over the homosexuality, the monogamy, the alleged monogamy. Now I put in, why are America's laws originated from Latin? I framed it like that so I could get a particular response. So it says the United States legal system has its roots in ancient Rome, where Latin was the primary language. The legal system in the United States developed from the first European colonies, which resulted in a large number of legal terms being used today. The use of Latin language terms is a tradition that has been passed down throughout history and is difficult to remove entirely. Roman law is the only legal system from an ancient civilization that has had a major influence on the modern world through its language and methodology. Law Latin is a type of legal jargon that is used in the United States as well as in common law and civil law systems around the world. Law Latin terms take their meaning from modern jurisprudence and legal proceedings divorced from their original use in Latin. Understanding Latin terminology can help lawyers communicate more effectively with colleagues. Latin was a language of the educated class. So it goes back to Rome. So how would you deny this, that America is the rebirth of the Roman Empire, when you got the homosexuality, the monogamy, pederasty, and the actual methodology? How did they frame it? The Roman law on a legal system through language and methodology. The system of methods used in a particular area of study and activity. So they use the same methods. That we have a democracy, you have a people that delineate, if I'm saying that word right, and you have a ruling class. These are all things that existed in the Roman Empire, in the Greco-Roman Empire. All right, mainly the Roman Empire. All right, ruled by Caucasian people. All right, before you had many Israelites, melanated, men take over, but you always had, Israelites, mingled among them at certain time periods. All right, but that's more evidence. All right, the legal system is derived from Rome. And this is the last part. So if you N-words think America is Babylon and you don't like America, why don't you just leave? Well, here's the message. I'm going to give you the same message that the Most High, Yahweh, told Jeremiah to say to the people of Israel in Jeremiah, the 29th chapter. Now, these are the words of the letter that Jeremiah the prophet sent from Jerusalem unto the residue of the elders which were carried away captives, and to the priests, and to the prophets, and to all the people whom Nebuchadnezzar had carried away captives from Jerusalem to Babylon. So you had the priests that were in captivity, that was in slavery. All right, and we were carried away to depower Israel, Jerusalem. All right, so they could reap, taxes, the resources of the land. All right, that's why nations conquer other nations for the land, earth, and water. All right, and you eliminate threats, potential threats to your rulership. That's why America is so militant for earth, because they're militant for earth and water, and to stay in power, so they can keep continuing to get earth and water, and they get slaves, servants, live a good life. And then totally dominate another man, as the scriptures say. There is, roughly paraphrasing, there is a time where one man ruleth over another to his own hurt. All right, so let's get into the letter. Let's go down to the point. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captives. Why don't you N-words just leave? If you don't like America, you think America is Babylon, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem into Babylon. Build ye houses. No, they tell us to leave. Leave America. And dwell therein, and plant gardens, and eat the fruit thereof. Take ye wives, and beget sons and daughters. And take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there and not diminished. So this is ancient Babylon. All right? To be clear. All right? Jeremiah commanded the Israelites that to basically be fruitful and multiply, because you weren't going to leave until a certain time period. All right, so that's the same thing today. We're to do the same thing, meaning just continue your lives there in Babylon. So we're continuing our lives here in Babylon. All right, and we're prophets. All right, so the prophets, when they were in Babylon, continued to prophesy. All right, and if you were a regular Israelite, then you just was a regular Israelite in ancient Babylon. The same thing today. So if you were a prophet today, you continue to prophesy. And if you are a regular Israelite, you're just a regular Israelite. All right. It says, and seek the peace of the city, whether I have caused you to be carried away captive, and pray unto Yahweh for it, for in the peace thereof shall ye have peace. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, let not your prophets and your diviners that be in the midst of you deceive you. So you had false prophets back then too. Neither hearken to your dreams, which ye caused to be dreamed. All right. So you had people that were dreaming dreams, saying contrary to what Jeremiah was saying. For they prophesy falsely unto you in my name. I have not sent them, saith Yahweh. For thus saith Yahweh, that after 70 years be accomplished at Babylon, will I visit you and perform my words and perform my good words toward you in causing you to return to this place. All right. So when you read about Babylon in Jeremiah's letters, there's confusion about past and future. All right. So some of these scriptures are twofold. All right, because they had experiences back then, but they're events that did not happen yet. All right, when Babylon, the Assyrian Babylonian Empire, went down, they were not destroyed by fire. All right, so when Jeremiah starts speaking about fire and being totally destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah, then it wasn't talking about during Jeremiah's time, during the time that the Israelites, our ancestors, were exiled from Israel to the land of Babylon. All right, the Assyrian Babylonian area. All right. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. All right. All right. So I think that was all I had here. All right. And it starts talking about the destruction of Babylon. All right. So just like in ancient Babylon, we were commanded to, live there. We have, certain rights and liberties, as of right now, and then, they're being eroded, and eventually it's going to become a totalitarian system. But we do have the right to assemble, and preach the gospel and live, quiet lives. Although we're going to have, trouble in the flesh, trouble with the system, but we're going to survive until we're saved, right? Because salvation is going to take place here in Babylon, America, meaning it's going to be a time of trouble when the government's going to come down on his anointed, which are the Israelites, and then the elect among the anointed. And we're going to have to be delivered by divine intervention. All right. So if we have Israelites here, the main destruction and salvation is going to take place here. We got to have prophets here prophesying. All right. And what did Yahweh Shai say? This is an example. There are more examples, but I like this one. John 21. Let me jump down to the third time. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things, thou knowest that I love thee. Yahweh Shai saith unto him, feed my sheep. All right. So we're going to feed the Lord's sheep where we are. All right. We got poi maino or poi maino. All right. To feed, tend to flock, spiritual food. To cherish one's body, to serve the body. All right. Yeah. The body is the church. Churches are the Israelites, to supply the requisites for the soul's need. All right. A shepherd. So we're shepherds. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of, yeah, right there. All right, John 21:18. Verily, verily, I say unto you, and say unto thee, when thou wast young, thou girdest thyself and walkest whither thou wouldest. All right, you doing what you think is right, going your way. But when thou shalt be old, thou shalt stretch forth thy hands, and another shall gird thee and carriest thee whither thou wouldest not. All right. So we're being led by the Holy Spirit. We're being led by Yahweh Shai. All right, we're under His law, order, His commandments. All right. This spake he, signifying by what death he should glorify the power. And when he had spoken this, he saith unto him, follow me. All right. So we're not doing what we want to do. We're doing what our superior ordered us to do. All right. And we're preaching here until the destruction of Babylon, America. All right. So I'll leave that there. Hope you edified. Shalom to the next lesson.